Okay, let's not waste too much time and start. And what is this that you're seeing on the screen? This is some kind of a girl that I did. It's interesting, but I have problems with the tablet again. Wacom tablet is amazing. Yeah, let's go mapping. The mapping is okay. What's happening? The mapping should be amazing, and it is. But obviously, Blender doesn't want it. Let's see. Yeah, it was because of Blender. Sometimes Blender just messes it up. If you open it, if you leave it open too long, or for too long, it's gonna mess you up. And this was the problem. Blender, actually. If you don't believe it or not. But I got it. So now I started a new Blender file and we should be amazing. But of course we have to do a couple of things that I always do in the beginning when I start a file. So we are doing those things, like changing the field of view, for example, which is very important. Making sure our brushes are there. Turn on symmetry, and we do it. Now, this will be a very fast sculpt of this monster. Most likely we will not be able to sculpt the whole thing because we have only half an hour. And we will do whatever we can, and then we'll go to Artstation reviews because that's what's important. We don't care about this monster that much. We care about the Artstation reviews, right? Yes. So this is the head. It's amazing. Let's go with the body. It's very easy to make the head, as you can see, very, very fast. Like for a couple of seconds we have a head, and now we have a body. And yeah, I know that I'm just calling them head and body. They're not exactly looking like one yet, but hopefully at some point in the next couple of minutes we will be able to have something that looks relatively like this monster from Alex Palma, by the way. Alex Palma, one of the just big names of the 2D art, we may say. Yeah, he is something like a concept artist, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what kind of artist is Alex Palma, but probably he's, judging by his style, he's not very young artist. He's not like 25 years old, more like 50, but I don't know. I could be wrong. So let's make the, what is this? This will be the horns that are coming from his mouth. Not exactly a horn if it's coming from the mouth. It's something like a tooth, I guess. But yeah, we'll see. They're interesting. And I haven't practiced for this monster. You know, those sculpts, which are just warm-up sculpts, I don't practice for them. I don't care. It's just, I just do them because they are warm-ups, you know. We cannot expect too much from a warm-up sculpt. We just do it, and whatever happens, happens. We don't care. The idea is not to be something beautiful or something amazing stuff. If something beautiful happens, it's fine. We can save it. We can work on it later and make it even better. But usually the case is we want something to just warm up, as probably the name implies. Warm-up sculpt. It's for warming up your sculpting skills. Let's see. Okay, this one we want a little bit of remesh, and then what we want is to fix those horns. They are teeth. Those teeth, they are very important. They are one of the most important things probably in this character, and we will try to do them properly. Okay, his body should be a little bit wider, maybe inflate it a bit. Hunchback, always welcome, like this. He has interesting things on his stomach. I don't know if we will be able to do all those interesting things on the stomach, but something like this will be fine. Since this is a sketch, we don't care about the details. We care only about the main forms, main shapes, whatever we can do for the amount of time that we have, and we don't have too much time. because we need to do ArtStation reviews right now. Today, I will not do as a couple of days ago when I let people put their ArtStation portfolios, people from the chat, because I need to catch up with the channel, the ArtStation portfolios channel, or portfolios reviews in the channel, because the channel is, people are waiting for a long time. So I will review mostly those reviews, portfolios. I will review those reviews, if you understand what I mean. Those reviews will be reviewed. Okay, yeah, for this amount of time we are in a good shape. I think we already are in the 5-minute mark. Since in the beginning I had a little bit of a technical issues for at least 1 minute, probably even more. So yeah, maybe I will do this monster up to the 30 second minute mark of this video. Most likely it will be appropriate, because yeah, in the beginning we had some technical issues since I hadn't tried to do something before I start streaming, which usually is not a particularly good idea, you know, because I'm losing time for the people, but also I'm showing problem solving. Problem solving is a very, very important thing that anybody should address in their workflow, since there are always problems, and if you don't know, or if you kind of crumble when you encounter a problem, then it's up to you. I mean, it's a problem. It's definitely a problem. So problem solving is something as a good skill to have, we may say, even. Do you have any tips for someone who struggles with keeping in low detail block out? In my first 2-3 years, I skipped fundamentals, been trying to do them for a year now. And just for 1 year, it's normal to not have a huge progress, but it depends, of course. If you have spent like 10 hours every day, then you should have a pretty big progress. So there is nobody can tell you a secret that will immediately make you a better artist. If there was a secret like this, most people would know it. You know, I don't know it, since it took me many years to reach a certain level. So I am not the guy who asks for some kind of a secret thing. I have worked for this, you know. Long hours, and it was not bad. Yeah, but when people say I have worked for long hours, I have sacrificed a lot, no, for me it was fine. It was nice, it was very cool, I liked every second of it, but it took a long time. And it depends. If you don't like it, it will take no time at all, because you will just not be able to do it if you don't like the process. The process is very important, not where you get to. I mean the process, the journey, not the destination, if we have to be more, you know, to say it more interestingly. The journey is important. And of course, people are like, oh, I want to become very good in this and this. So yeah, so just put the time and effort and you will be. But just to speak, I want how to do it, give me tips, give me shortcuts. I don't think so. No shortcuts. Just hard work. If you're willing to do it, then it's for you. If you're not willing to do it, find something else. It's not a problem. I mean, you know, you can find something that's really for you if this is not. Absolutely normal. You know, not everybody can be a character artist, or not everybody can be a 2D artist, or not everybody can be very good in machine engineering or whatever. It's just what you are kind of wired, how your brain is wired. Maybe from genetics, maybe from education, or from your parents. Doesn't matter. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. So as I always say, when you do speed sculpts like this, warm-up sculpts like this, never put them in your portfolio. They are just not for your portfolio. They are just for warm-up. This is not good for portfolio at all. And it will be good. It can be good for portfolio after, let's say, 10 hours of work on it. But after 30 minutes, it's just a sketch. It's just something that you have done. And even if it looks relatively nice, it will never be good for your portfolio. That's what I'm saying. You know, be careful what you put in your portfolio. Don't put garbage in it. Because this, what I'm doing now, is exactly that. It's garbage. And you will say, but why are you underestimating your skills, Nico? You're doing so well. Yeah, I know, but this is not a portfolio material. If you want to have a good portfolio, to be kind of look at least like a good artist, you have to put at least 120% of your skill into your portfolio works. The other works doesn't matter that much, but the portfolio works, you have to put more than your really the skill that you have. Because if you don't put more, you will not be able to grow as an artist. You have to always try to put more, and then you will grow. Monster, how much time? 11 minutes, it's good. For 11 minutes we are fine. Relatively, of course, it's not, as I say, it's not something to brag about. But it's cool. Hi Nico from Morocco. Morocco. Maybe that's what's stopping me now. That I expect there is a way and I'm looking for it. It just feels backwards to me since I feel less in control now than before. There are always situations like this. There is always, you are working, you are getting better, and you are like, wow, I'm getting better, and you have this kind of urge to continue. And suddenly at some point, there's always come this point where you are like, but today I'm worse than yesterday. I'm worse than even when I started like a couple of weeks ago. What is happening? But this is just because the line, the curve of learning is not straight. It's like have ups and downs. I don't know why, but it happens. And you have to just know that this is just a temporary setback. And you will get your skill back, you have to just continue. Continue working, trust the process, and you will be fine. If you don't, you will not be fine. Amazing, right? It's so logical. Why should I tell you these things? It's so logical. Those are logical things. Yeah, very small biceps has this guy, or this monster, or... It's a guy, it's not a girl. Definitely, it's not a girl, so... we should call him a guy. He has interesting skull shape. You know, monsters in many mythologies and everything are kind of a skull-shaped faces. They have skull shape because it's scary. The skull symbolizes death and decay and horror, stuff like this. That's why skull-shaped monsters are okay. Even the alien from Giger, I don't know how to call his Giga, probably. The alien has a skull inside, a human skull inside of his face. But it's not very visible usually. In the movies, I don't think it's super visible. He has a skull inside his forehead, the actual human skull, which is very scary. I would say it's very nice. I mean, I like how Giger has thought about the aliens, but we have to be also aware that Giger this guy, who is a genius, obviously, but to have such good monster creation skills, yeah, something is wrong with his, when he was growing up, you know, there is something very dark inside him, which obviously is good for humanity because we have now Alien and other things that he created. But for him, I guess it was not the best. Why, you will ask? Happiness. It's all about happiness. If you don't have issues from your childhood, you will be much, much happier. Usually. And your children also will be happier. But with the issues, it's a little bit. But he's good. That's what matters, right? Many people are seeing only this matters. Yesterday I watched this movie, with the Superman, with this guy, and with the Ungentleman Warfare, whatever, something, yeah, the new movie. And I was thinking, okay, so many Nazis are dying in this movie. Americans, they just like so much to make movies with Nazis dying like flies, you know. And Nazis, they're humans. Although, they're Nazis, so they are not really humans, right? And exactly how the Nazis were thought about the Jews and other people is they're not humans. So it's similar. I just found the similarity between the Nazis and nowadays how people feel about the Nazis, you know. It's interesting how things are kind of similar. We're dehumanizing them. Nazis are monsters, all of them. I mean, the soldiers and they're monsters, so they're not humans. We can kill them with like great numbers, it's not a problem. Dehumanizing, and this is very dangerous, by the way. Dehumanizing is very dangerous because that's how people are killing each other very easy without any issue. And that's what's happening again in Ukraine also, because the Russians, I guess, were taught that they were Nazis in Ukraine. We have to liberate Ukraine, and Nazis, of course, are not human. We need to just murder them like pest, like rats. And yeah, so it's not a problem. We go and kill them. Dangerous, pretty dangerous stuff. But that's how the world works, actually. So it's a little bit disappointing that the world is not such elaborate stuff. It's very simple and it's very sad most of the time. And then you will ask, but Nico, why should we live then? Why don't we just kill ourselves? There are good things in life. So probably we are good in like this. Let's see. Okay, 18 minutes. We don't have too much time, guys. I'm speaking stuff here, very deep, very important stuff indeed. But still, by speaking and by concentrating on the speaking, on the talking stuff, I am not that fast. So yeah, if I'm doing this with just music, without too much speaking, then I will be much faster. Oh, no, I'm joking. It's or I'm mistaking. I'm not joking. I'm mistaking. I'm not gonna be super fast. I will be just a little bit faster, not solidify modifier we don't want. I will be a little bit more concentrated and I will not make mistakes. I will be a bit faster, yes. So that's it. Okay, we have a finger. We have an apple. We have a pen. Apple pen. You know, amazing. The Apple pen stuff was like 8 years ago or 9 years ago, something like this. It was so long ago. A long time ago. It's a British movie made by Brits, starring a Brit. Yeah, it's not exactly American movie. I was mistaken. Okay, thank you for this. But Americans, they don't do something very different. This movie with Brad Pitt, how is it called? Inglorious Bastards or whatever. Yeah, very nice movie. I like it a lot. It's very fun. But again, it's about killing Nazis in great numbers without too much remorse. And yeah, and having fun while doing so. It's very important to have fun while doing so. I learned that from the Yesterday movie. So yeah, it's very cool. And for some people, it could, people who are thinking about it, it's like, let's kill people. It doesn't matter, Nazis or whatever. Let's kill people and have fun while doing it. It's a little bit like, what's happening here? How are we in this position to do such movies, you know? Although I say I like it. Maybe I'm a psychopath, whatever. I like both movies. I'm sorry. But I'm just thinking. I'm just trying to think a little bit. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we shouldn't think. Maybe we should just enjoy those movies. I'm sorry. I'm always thinking. I'm an overthinker sometimes. If something can be overthinked, I will do it. But it's not always. When something has to be done quickly, I cannot think. And I act. And when I act without thinking, then things go bad. I mean, I shit the bed usually. So it's normal. If you shit the bed when things go sideways, it's normal. When there is an extreme situation, or at least some kind of extreme situation, we cannot actually think that much. Even if we're very smart and very educated and whatever, but in extreme situations, we are just animals a little bit, you know. The only people who can act in extreme situations are the people who are often in extreme situations and they are used to it. Their brain is used to extreme situations. They stay calm in these situations and they act accordingly. I have a friend like this. He has been in a lot of extreme situations when he was young, and now in such situation he will act with confidence and power and he will be okay. Me not so much. Okay, do we have time for legs? Legs are a little bit difficult, but let's try to do some quick legs. Then we'll answer some things from the chat. I will go back from the beginning kind of, and very fast, very quick, answering few questions or whatever. And then what we can do is ArtStation reviews, which that's what we are here for. Amazing legs, I would say. These are the legs, you know, not just some legs. These are the legs. As you can see, Nico is making the legs. Those are those legs. Would you consider yourself average or above average in this skill? I would say pretty much way above average in this skill. In which skill, by the way, you are talking about? If it's about sculpting, yes, I'm way above average, but I'm not among the best, which is a problem. So I am probably top 25%, we may say. So above average. Average is 50%. I am above that, so yeah. Top 25%, I would say I am. And maybe the question will arise, but don't you want to be top 5% or top 10% or something? Yeah, it probably would require a lot more work, so I don't know if I'm able to put that much work on it. I'm not sure. See how fast I am kind of redoing some things. And it's interesting that the thumb has to go forward, because otherwise it will go into the knee as it is. It's ugly, but it's fine, because we expect it to be ugly at least up to a certain point. I will apply the mirror modifier because it's easier to work on both legs at the same time. And now we have to have some muscle here. We have to have some muscle here. Inflate this area. It's a monster after all. Move this area upwards. And he doesn't look quite well. because he's gonna fall now forward or backwards. Yeah, backwards. Now we have to make him step on those legs a little bit more nicely. The legs are usually a problem, since in order for the legs to look good we have to spend time on them, and we don't have too much time. We have 5 minutes, in which 5 minutes we will not be able to do the best legs in the universe. Maybe, but we are not sure, so we will try at least. The best legs in the universe, trying to do it. Yeah, when you have done legs for like thousands of times, thousands probably not, probably hundreds of times, then you are fine. You should be fine. Should be able to do it relatively properly. I don't care about the back of the legs that much. I care about this, which is the front portion, and here it's problematic. He looks like he's gonna sit and shit. Yeah, I said it. He's gonna shit, but doesn't matter. It's his things. We don't care about this. Let's make the legs a little bit thicker probably in this area. And we have something that resembles this concept. As you can see, for this amount of time it's pretty difficult to make something very nice. But it's something like a start. And again, I said, this is a warm-up sculpt, we don't care. We don't care about anything. We just are warming up. And if we like the result, for example, we say, well, this is starting to happen nicely. We can put a couple more days into it, hours, yes. Let's say hours. Put a couple of more hours into this and make it for a 3D print or for a game or whatever we want, and put it in our portfolio. That's the beauty of it. When you do this kind of warm-up sculpts, then you can do whatever you want with them. You can just, if it's not very good and you don't like it, you're just gonna ditch it. And if it's starting to look cool, you can just continue doing it. Alright, I think we're done. It's not, especially the legs are pretty hideous, but I don't have this time. I told you we will do whatever we want, whatever we can for 30 minutes, and then Artstation reviews. Now 28 minutes, I just don't feel like continue working on this too much anymore. And we will just put a shadow, cavity, and shadow on the wall. Okay, good. This is the most important thing probably, are those interesting husks, maybe we may say. Yeah, they are something like husks, although they're coming from the back of his jaw, which is not exactly where you will find most of the husks. They should come from the teeth themselves or whatever, I'm not sure. From the back of the skull, I don't know. From the back of the lower jaw, I don't know, yeah. Okay, let's see questions in the chat. I will. Ooh, there are a lot of people writing, but very quickly. Just bought all of the courses, love your content, greeting from Croatia. Thank you very much, buying all of my courses, there are a lot of them. I mean, I have almost 20 courses right now selling. Greetings from Turkey. Teşekkürler and merhaba arkadaş, or merhaba nasılsın also we can say. Here from Australia, really Australia we have here. Started sculpting for the first time last night, started your beginner course, looking forward to all the practice. Very nice, Australia is here. Is the stream quiet or is just me? Probably it's you, I don't know, not quite here, yeah. Will you ever teach how to sculpt anime characters? Probably, someday we'll see, I don't know. Since in order to sculpt some different type of sculpt, for example, anime characters, they are a little bit different than others. I probably will, yeah, this world will be better. I probably will have to practice a little bit more, so we'll see. I will review your review of the review. That's cool, that's cool. Do you have any tips for someone who struggles with keeping in low detail broken? We already said that. Heniko, what's your suggestion for someone that wants to break into the 3D industry? What's easier route to get jobs in this industry? To use AI probably. I don't know. Hi Nico from Morocco. Okay, maybe that's what's stopping me now. Okay. But Nico, how many hours did it take to create a character in Gameloft when you worked there? Hours, I don't know, but for example, usually a high poly for a character would be around 1 week. Sometimes a little bit more, it depends on how fast the feedback goes. Because we do something, then we send it for feedback, wait a little bit, then the feedback comes. If the feedback is very fast, 1 week for a high poly. You're amazing, thank you for your content. It's 4 AM here, I sleep now. Yeah, it's definitely time for sleeping. Chimerian Monster, yes, privet, hello. Hey Nico, how are you? What do you think about mentoring? Is it worth to pay for someone who mentor you? No, for me it's not worth to pay for somebody to mentor me. So yeah. Yeah, hey Nico, was thinking the same. Okay, hi Nico. Nico, how to choose concept for portfolio pieces, please? I don't know. I am choosing them just by, you know, looking at it and imagine how this will look in 3D. And I can do that because I have a lot of experience. For people who don't have that much experience, probably it will be a little bit more difficult. But mostly the things that I'm sending for Artstation for weekly sculpt challenge in the Discord server, most of them are good for 3D. So good for portfolio, I guess. Although some of them are pretty simple, since I don't want to make it very difficult for the people. It's just 1 week challenge. But many people are putting the hours and making good stuff. Are you using a draw tablet? Yes. Hey Nico, what's your suggestion for someone that wants to break the okay? Haven't tried mine yet, planning to set up this weekend. Good. I'm using my iPad with a software called Astropad. It's awesome. Cool. I don't think 3D sculpting jobs pay well, so I never tried to get into the industry. That's another opinion. Hello Nico, hope you're having a nice day. Very nice day, by the way. I was in boxing. I was boxing just 1 hour, 2 hours ago. And now I'm a little bit tired, but I decided to make Artstation reviews because we have to, you know. How do you change mesh in sculpt mode? Yeah, people are telling you Alt and Q. Shift Q is not right. It's a British movie, my ability exactly. With the mouse over the mesh you want to change exactly. They have a street called Ulica Bander. Okay, whatever. The horns should be a little lower on the jaw, probably. Nico, have you ever sculpted yourself? Yes. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's very mean and nasty place. Yes and no. It depends. I like to believe it's both and you see what you look for. Exactly, but if you go to the war zones, probably you will not see exactly flowers. Maybe. Would you consider yourself average or above average? I answered that. Let's make monsters and have fun doing it. Exactly. He's way above average. I'm a little bit yes. And the same struggle to draw the line between fun, deep thinking and overthinking stuff. Yeah, we're all similar. I mean, we're not super different because we are humans after all. Tarantino just talk about the Joker movie is very interesting. Heineken, the legs of all time, yeah. Is there a reason you never split Blender windows to see more angles at once? Yeah, because it's I better see one angle kind of a big instead of seeing couple of angles. I can rotate, you know, and pretty quickly I can rotate the model also. How will you turn that into a game ready asset? It will not be very difficult. I mean, we have to spread the arms a little bit more and the fingers so we can retopologize them easier. And especially if we don't have any clothes, this can be even done with automatic retopology. Then for the biggest details like the face, I will delete the face on the automatic retopology. I will retopologize it manually, but just the face probably, and maybe the fingers. I don't know if the automatic retopology does a great job. and then it will be ready for UVs and the other stuff, and then rigging, and yeah. Mammoth Man. Greetings from Algeria. Hello. Nico, how you decide price of the 3D character for freelance? Just by multiplying my price for an hour for the amount of hours I will spend on this character. And usually it's not exact number. It's like, okay, this character will took me about 25 hours and I want $10 an hour, for example. So 25, so $250 it will cost. But if I want a price for an hour like $20, then it will be $500. If I want $50 for an hour, if I'm very greedy, then it will be a little bit more, you know, yeah. I tried sculpting in Blender and I redo a lot and found that it would sometimes miss steps and create weird artifacts. Am I doing something wrong? No, you're not. Probably Blender is, you have to restart it. Sometimes it's just bugs. Greetings from New Zealand. Oh, we have Australia and New Zealand here. That was great to watch, thank you. Wanna practice sculpt, but I cannot come up with things to sculpt. Yeah, so come to the Discord server and do the weekly challenges. If you go to the Discord server, my Discord server of course, link in the description of this video and all the other videos actually, and you go to weekly sculpt challenge, let's dial this down. This is the weekly sculpt challenge for this week. For last week it was this orc, for this week is this guy. And if you go to pinned messages, you will see all the sculpting challenges for a couple of weeks back, we may say, and all of them are kind of good for sculpting and for practicing, so you can try whatever you want. So this is my advice. Se hablo español aquí? No. Probably somebody speaking Spanish, I don't know. How was the boxing? What do you do exactly? I'm doing sparring with one other very good 3D artist. Just sparring. But it's not exactly a sparring, it's more like dancing because we don't hit each other that much. We just touch. Because we don't want to destroy these beautiful things here, you know, the faces. Start sculpting something you like, something from a hobby or interest, best inspiration. Exactly, yes. But try not to be your artwork. Usually, if somebody tried to sculpt his old artworks, my first sculpt actually was my artwork, which was fine. It was Smile Man. And I have a stream about sculpting Smile Man. It was 1.5 years ago. I sculpted it on my birthday, actually, 1st of December. And it was fine, but I was relatively good artist. I mean, 2D artist. There are people who are not, and they try to sculpt their old things, and it's abominations. You have to be careful. Will there be a 3D VFX course in the future? Special effects could do more depth to a character. Probably yes, but I don't use them. I don't use special effects. I don't do them, so I don't know. Hi Nico, I just want to say I got Wacom 1 and I'm really happy using it. Thanks for your I realized buying expensive doesn't mean it's better. So probably you have one by Wacom, because Wacom 1 is pretty expensive. There are different tablets. I know it's confusing, but one by Wacom is the cheap one and Wacom 1 is the expensive one, and you probably don't have Wacom 1 if you think that you're both cheap tablet, you know. We are watching you for love from Turkey. Adamesin Nico, thank you. Or teşekkürler. Do you think it's more difficult to sculpt the face of a woman or a face of a young boy without masculine features? I think it's equally difficult. Control space bar while hovering your mouse over sculpt window can also be very handy. Control space bar while hovering your mouse. I mean, yeah, okay, I understand. I know that, kind of. Hi Nico, how do you find 2D concept arts? Mostly from ArtStation. You should create a bot that recognizes basic question or return old tray about how tall and old is Nico. Probably yes. I would love if you could give me a few tips about my heads in the Learning Head Anatomy channel in your Discord. Started sculpting about 15 days ago. Learn head sculpting, it's very important. Ooh, there are a lot of people. London. Where is London? London Bridge. We don't have London. Ah, it's here. Okay. So yeah, you have problems with the nose, actually the nostrils, and the mouth also is not bad, but overall the skull is okay. Those things here have to be a little bit more smooth in the female. This is a female after all. And here try to make the muscles, the sternocleidomastoid, and then smooth it. And especially in this area here, you have to turn more attention. I mean, when something is visible, just make sure you spend some time on it. And since this is visible, just spend some time on it. It's just like that, you know. Oh, this is pretty cool. Yeah, a very good job. This one. I haven't seen this channel for a long time, I guess, so... Yeah, not bad, although likenesses are difficult, so this... Usually... If I try to do a likeness, usually it will be bad, you know. This thing, no, here you have issues. The eyes are too much like forward probably with the eyeballs. And also this is a male, and the eyes of a male shouldn't be like cat-like. So the outer corner of the eye shouldn't be that much up for a male. For a female it's fine, for a male it looks creepy. So be careful with that. Also the chin, this area here is too huge. The distance between the nose, the bottom of the nose and the chin is the distance, yes. And the middle of this distance is your lower lip. And in this case, the lower lip is above the middle point here. So this is pretty big chin. And those muscles here shouldn't be that curvy. They're mostly straight and flat. If the guy is very strong, they can be kind of more bulky. Other than that, they're pretty flat. Here, I think this area here in the front is pretty flat. You have made it pretty flat. And also, those things here are pretty much above. If you take this, the eyebrow area, and push it down closer to the eye, it will be much better. This makes the nose look very, very long, amazingly long. And also your ears are starting from very low. They have to start from here, around the nose area. Start the ear. And then it has to finish here, but this makes the ears super long also. So it looks like an alien, that's it. This looks cool, yes. This is from one of the challenges here, the sculpting challenge, the weekly sculpting challenges. So yeah. I live in Australia, but I'm in Mexico, so speak Spanish. Oh, habla español. Bueno. Greeting from Vietnam, love your work. Oh, I was in Vietnam, yeah, very nice, very nice. Hi, greetings from Czech Republic. Your videos help me a lot in 3D Blender. I just want to thank you. Thank you too. I just purchased your Cyberpunk Girl sculpt on Udemy. I'm so excited to learn it. Yeah, it's in ZBrush though, so be careful. But it doesn't matter. If you know Blender, you can follow it probably in Blender too. I just purchased it. Okay. I'm the only one who finds it difficult to sculpt hands. No, everybody, me included. Sami bistri sculpting na Dicom Zapad, the fastest sculpting in the Wild West, yeah. Nico, what do you think makes a good ArtStation profile? You're just starting out. If you're just starting out. If you listen to my ArtStation portfolio reviews, mostly you will see what will make a portfolio nicer. Definitely you will, but you have to listen. Hello from Vietnam, hello. Have a good day, Nico. Thank you. What do you think about M. Pavlovich and his methods? I think he's good, so yeah. You know, it doesn't matter the method. The end result is what matters. If he's able to make something nice at the end, it's absolutely fine. The method is amazing. But you know, when you see a couple of methods how to do things, for example, I'm doing things mostly from one mesh. Many people will take a couple of meshes, combine them to make a head, for example. But for me, it's more sculpt-like. For me, it's more like a sculptor, like a real sculptor, to do a head from one mesh, from just a sphere. It's just more fun for me. But this is just me, you know. You have to find your fun. Yes, your way to have fun by sculpting. I don't understand Discord. Where give the information of your challenge? Discord. The Discord is here, weekly sculpting challenge. Can you recommend us some tips to fast learning human anatomy? Yeah, do some courses, and Anatomy for Sculptors book also is good. And practice a lot. And maybe in a couple of years you will start kind of getting the grab of it a little bit. It's super complicated. I mean, those shapes here, they're not simple. They're very complicated, and in different people, they are different a little bit. They differentiate a little bit. So it's not very easy. Let's go to the ArtStation portfolio reviews, by the way. And here we go. Let's go up. We have so many that we haven't even touched yet. So yeah. A lot up. We are here. Yes, we are here. So I'm sensing some good things here. Yes. All right. Julian Acetola, character artist at Rescale. This guy is obviously a seasoned character artist. He has done all those things, and he is very good, I would say. Yeah, here I would do the anatomy of the torso a little bit more different, but it's fine. I mean, when you see the thumbnails, you are like, wow, so much detail, and it's looking good, you know. So we don't have to even look at something. It's just nice. Of course, there is room for improvement, but overall, amazing job. And the renders are also looking pretty good too. The presentation, I mean. So this is probably something for fun, speed sculpt. But you see, speed sculpt, but it's colored. It has even pores, and it's overall nice looking. It's not some speed sculpt that I'm doing like super fast and, you know, end up like this and put this in your portfolio and people will laugh at you. You know, it's not, you know, you shouldn't. These things, they take time. This takes a lot of time, many hours to do it. But at the end, the result is worth it, you know. At the end, you can say, okay, I have made something nice. And you will be happy about yourself. So yeah, we cannot say too much about this. This is a good portfolio. The guy is good, so we just love it. I rarely put a heart in the portfolio reviews, but this guy deserves it. Let's see. This is Benelli Army, made in Italy. This is Benelli shotgun. But again, I'm seeing some things that are a little bit strange here and there. The render is not exactly perfect. This one looks pretty nice, and the render is very nice. So this one is cool. But where are the characters? I don't see the characters here. I know people who like to do weapons, and they like to sculpt, actually to model, actually like to model weapons. And it's completely fine. It's completely fine. And this guy can do it, obviously. You can see this is pretty elaborate model. This is pretty elaborate model. It takes a long time to get into this stage, so it's cool. But where are the characters? Whatever. Let's see Slavic from Ukraine, obviously. Yes. And Slavic is making characters, and some of them are looking great. Like this one, for example. Yes, this one looks very nice. Why? I don't know. It just looks cool. And the renders are interesting, although can be better. But they almost always can be better. Not completely always. There are people who can make amazing renders, not me. But, you know, overall, what is the render purpose is to be pleasing for the eyes. So the model to be pleasing for the eyes. For example, I know people that even this model, they can render it in such a way that it will look pretty cool, even if it's just you know, basically nothing, just a sketch or just something thrown for 30 minutes, even less. But it can look nice if you make a proper render with nice materials and stuff. So yeah, good job. I mean, cool. But see, this face I don't like. The mouth looks like it's on a plane. Although the mouth is always like this, there's a muzzle of the mouth, it's like this. It shouldn't be a plane, but it looks like a plane a little bit. I don't know why. It looks planar. This is fine. This is fine. The hair also I don't completely like. Why? Parallel lines. Parallel lines. They are almost very boring. This is super boring to make a hair like this. You have to kind of make one big pile of hair, next to it a smaller one. They have to intertwine a little bit. It has to go thinner at the end. This thing looks super boring. Although, we can see that there is a lot of work going on here on the armors and and the clothes, but also the shoes. You know, faces and shoes usually are pretty much a dead giveaway that the artist is not as experienced, you know. I've seen, by the way, even artists who are working in the studios make worse models than this one, for example, and the other ones. This and the other ones are pretty cool, and this guy can actually work in a studio without any issue. Of course, it will not be a big studio. It will be usually something like indie studio or whatever, but it definitely, he has the skill, he has the knowledge, he has the technical skills also necessary, because most of those were low polys with textures and everything. So it's pretty cool, pretty cool. Ukraine. Let's see this. 3D sculptor who want to work with collectible, but it's just impossible. Sometimes the portfolios just disappear and we cannot see them. So sorry about that, but it just happens sometimes. And those people who posted those portfolios here, most of them are not even watching the channel anymore. The channel has 7,000 members, but most of them have muted the channel and then don't enter ever. They're not active in the channel, so they probably will not see their portfolio reviews, sadly. Many people are just you know, entering the Discord and posting that portfolio and forgetting about the Discord server, I guess. I'm not sure, but I'm just explaining what I feel like it, you know. Hello, I'm from VN. I really love your work. This is VN is Vietnam, I guess. Or, yeah, probably. Very nice. I like your head. Thank you. I had a few questions. Good. I got a Wacom Intuos tablet. Is that okay for sculpting? And where should I start when it comes to sculpting? You know, that's a very good question. When you have a tablet like Wacom Intuos, which is a good tablet, not the smaller Intuos, by the way, I worked with the smaller Intuos, is very nice. It's very cool. But my tablet, which is way cheaper, one by Wacom, is relatively the same. Like in terms of sculpting, there is no difference. The Intuos has a little bit more features which I don't use, so I don't care about them. But the idea is that where to start if you want to sculpt. Start sculpting. Just try it. You know, start sculpting. Exactly you, yeah. Just open Blender and start sculpting. If you don't know how to start sculpting, I will show you what video you should watch in order to start sculpting. And it's called Start Sculpting. Oops. Start Sculpting in Blender. Yeah, it's very, very unusual to call the video for start sculpting, how to start sculpting in Blender with a tablet, but it is, you know, and it's in my other channel, which is called Speedchar. This one is Speedchar Live. The other one already has 90,000 subscribers. This one is heading to 70,000, so it's they're getting similar, you know. But this video can show you how to start from default Blender and just few things you have to change to start working and getting better in sculpting. So yeah, try that. At least I just recommend it, you know. Greeting from Australia. Australia and New Zealand today are very active, even more active than the Indian guys, which I'm a little bit concerned of. I don't know. Can't post links. Yes, exactly. In the chat, you cannot post links. Good render can make a sculpt that's 7 into an 8, maybe even more. And once I sculpted the character, I need to get it below 10k triangles. It depends what kind of game it will be in. Some games can accept up to 150,000 triangles, even more. Greetings from Ukraine. Hello. Nico, what tablet do you have? One by Wacom. One by Wacom, not Wacom One. Wacom One is a display tablet. It's a little bit expensive. One by Wacom is the cheapest Wacom tablet ever. I have something here on my camera. I need to remove it. Good. Can you link your drawing tablet? No, it's one by Wacom. You just have to I will not do the work for you. You have to do the a very difficult job to write it in Google. I know it's hard, but sometimes we have to do the hard things, you know, in order to get the fruits of the good fruits. That's the thing. Yeah. Can you link your drawing tablet? Okay. When it comes to anatomy and improving faster, do you recommend practicing individual parts at a time, or do you recommend practicing the whole body at the same time? Individual parts is fine for some time. I mean, maybe Monday you can practice heads. Tuesday you can practice heads and torsos. So you can practice heads, you do the head, and then you do the torso. Then you can practice only torsos in Thursday. Because, you know, it's easier to just start making torso. Then you can practice hands and arms, and in Thursday or Friday or whatever, and then you can practice legs. And at the end of the week you can practice the whole body. You can try to do a couple of whole bodies and start again, or something else. It doesn't matter. The practice matters, not how you practice or what you practice. Quality practice only matters, and quality practice is the practice that you do with PureRef here and with some references, anatomy references like this, you know, and practice. This is your work. I mean, this PureRef file is from the arm anatomy mostly. These things, all of those arms are from the arm anatomy exercises course, and yeah, it's there inside the course. You can find it in the project files. All of those things that I've gathered. Of course, those are not mine. I haven't made them, but I find them good for anatomy and for explaining the arms. And this guy, I don't own him, but I don't have to, you know. It's fine. Where is the monster now? I lost it. By the way, Alex Palma is making his artworks a little bit awkward. I will show you if I can find it though. Those things are good for sculpting too. Nice. This girl I sculpted, it's fine. In the beginning I showed it to you. Maybe this will be the next week challenge. Probably, we'll see. But you know, the Alex Palma sketch was this, and then I had to go to Photoshop and make it like this, because here we cannot actually see too much, but like this we can see everything very much easy. So let's see this guy now. Who is this guy? This is Adrien Ferriolo from France, and he has some materials, he has some environment, he has some this has to be removed definitely from the portfolio. It's this also, this room or whatever, corridor. What is this? The cave. VR zombie survival game. In charge of environment, props, lighting, okay. So we are seeing some environments here, and we don't see any characters. Environments and props this guy have made for certain games. So I guess they're fine. We cannot say too much because these are environments, and we are not exactly specialists on environment. We are specialists though on characters, and that's what we are reviewing mostly. Okay, this has to be only for Nico's opinion. You see, not final. The title of this work is not final version of this work, published only for Nico's opinion. Very interesting. By the way, this is not a bad actually head, but it looks not exactly like this guy from Batman. Sometimes the names of those actors just, but whatever. He looks like Steve Carell from the profile, because of the nose, you know. From the front it resembles the guy, but it's not exactly a good likeness, because good likenesses are difficult, you know. Let's see this. This is a work in progress, I would say, and it's not the place is not in the portfolio. This one also can be a little bit better, especially the hair. You know, working with symmetry is fine, but at some point you have to break it, especially here in the middle part of the hair. it's nice to have unsymmetrical stuff here. And other than that, it's looking not bad. But also, dark shadows on a dark background are not very appropriate usually. So be very afraid and careful. Are sculpting and drawing tablets the same? Yes. Nico is lying to us. He has medium size, not cheapest small one by Wacom. Yes, I'm sorry. I was lying to you. I have the medium Wacom one by Wacom, which is not the small size. So there are two sizes, S and M, small and medium. I have the medium one. I'm sorry, guys. I lied to you. It's just, yeah, I know. I lost my fingers. I can't Google Wacom tablet. That's cool. You can use your nose. Yeah, probably you haven't lost this. Any tablet will work fine. Yes, that tablet is pretty cheap. Exactly, and also the tablet can be found secondhand, very cheap, much cheaper than in the stores. So I bought mine for around. I have a couple of those tablets I have because it's cheap, and I have them just in case. One is on my travel bag, the other one is in the academy that I'm teaching, and the other one is here, and I have two more, at least two more, for reserve. But some of them I bought for 40 euros, for example, something like this, so it's fine. Hill, I have been following your work for quite some time. It's too late. Is it too late to show my orc bust sculpt? Would love some feedback before I start texturing it. Oh, you will start texturing it. Orc bust sculpt. This is from the last week's challenge. Yeah, you can show it, but in the challenge we don't do feedback too much. We just do something, we may compare our work with others and see what they have done better and what they have done worse than us. And we can see, we can improve in this way because many people are doing the same thing from the same concept and they're very different works. I mean, everybody's viewing it and representing it with sculpting in a different way, which is great, and that's the idea of it, not feedbacks, you know. Can you suggest us some artists that have best looking portfolio on ArtStation? Just go to trending page on ArtStation and you will see a lot of them. Christian Bale was the name of this guy, yes, I know. Patrick Bateman is his character in American Psycho, yes. I'm from India and loving your head sculpting course. Sorry, I downloaded the course from a torrent. Yeah, I love that when people are kind of admitting that they're downloading from a torrent because, you know, there is nothing wrong about it, for my courses at least. I don't find it wrong, you know. If you don't have the money, if you don't have the means to pay for it, for example, most Russians, they cannot pay right now. They don't have the means, even if they have the money, they don't have the means to pay. So they got it from the torrents. It's absolutely fine. You want to learn? It's fine. Learn. If you have the money, you can pay. If you don't have the money, I guess it's fine to take it from the torrents. It's fine. Since I have done it. I mean, if I haven't used torrents back in the days for tutorials, for programs or whatever, I would say, no, this is absurd. Why do you do that? Pirating my stuff. But since I have done it for many years myself, how can I say don't do it, you know? It will be strange, at least for me. Second hand, that's Wacom is 39 euro. Second hand, yes. I learned sculpt for make characters like Genshin. Want to look you make anime characters someday? Sorry, my English no good. Yeah, I understand. You want me to make some anime characters someday. Many people want me, so I probably will do some anime characters someday. We'll see in the stream. Nico, what do you think about Huion H640p? I don't know. I don't know any other tablets other than Wacom. Many people say Huion and XP Pen are very good, so it's fine. I've tried only one other tablet than Wacom. It was It's here, by the way. Let me check it out. It's still here. I don't know how it was called, but it was not as good. Gaomon. It's Gaomon. And this tablet, by the way, Gaumon contacted me. We cannot see what's happening here. Gaumon tablet. And I will show you, the tablet looks pretty cool, but it doesn't work with the multi-monitor setup. I have two monitors and it has issues with the two monitors. But it's a pretty good looking tablet. They even have a glove included and everything here. And the pen is kind of looking cheap, like the one by Wacom, similar. But they have a glove included. And yeah, it's fine, but it's not. I couldn't get it to work properly with my multi-monitor setup, so I told them we cannot do the review. They wanted me, they sent me this unit to make a review on my channels, but I refused. I just said if I have to do a review of your tablet, I have to say that it doesn't work for me. So I probably will not want to make a review like this. So I will have to return the tablet to you. Give me the address. They never give me the address. So this tablet is here for almost 2 years now, I guess. It sits in my wardrobe. Just a tablet, you know, completely new. Gaumon tablet. Gaumon tablets are not that famous. XP Pen and Huion tablets are pretty famous these days. What Wacom was the king. It was the only tablet back in the days, actually. And now it's still kind of good. Guy with torrent, please send me link. I'm broke as hell. That's cool. Spasibo Nikolai Telucci. Thank you. The one is good. It broke in 11 months and got replaced. I love the EU. Everything has 3-year warranty. That's very nice, yeah. Torrenting is risky for viruses. At least a good antivirus should be installed. The default Windows antivirus is good enough these days, I guess. I don't have a separate antivirus in my machine. I was using AVG antivirus for a long time, but now I don't use anything. It just slows your PC down. In Spain, the Wacom one is 39 euro new. I seriously doubt that. I mean, one by Wacom probably yes, but Wacom one, no. I've always downloaded Pirates and it's good, and I thought really deserves I'm buying. If the author deserves I'm buying. A lot of courses are not worth it. Yeah, I guess so. Have you tried VR sculpting? No, I haven't because I don't have VR glasses, so probably yeah. I prefer Kaspersky, Russian protection against Russian viruses. Yeah, but all the antiviruses are a little bit tricky. I mean, they are getting from your resources of the computer. One by Wacom is a good tablet. I have one, and for me it's all okay. Exactly. I got a Hurion tablet, very cheap. Exactly. All the tablets can work. Have you ever used tablet artist glove? No. I can move my cursor to second monitor with my tablet. Can you do that? Yes, you have to map it here. I've mapped it to 2 of my monitors. I have 3 actually. One is my TV, and you see it's smaller here because it's lower resolution. Otherwise it's 55 inch, but it's lower resolution than this one's, and that's why it's like this. And yes, I'm using part of my tablet, not the whole tablet, but still it's very important to map it so it's the proportions are the same. Otherwise you will have issues making circles. They will become, you know, difficult. Nico Gutser, it may be old news. Did you see the Maya 225 version update? No. I'm not interested in Maya and Max anymore at all. I don't... yeah, if I bump into such news somewhere and to see something revolutionary in Max or Maya, maybe I will read it, but I haven't. I need a crack for Photoshop. Yeah, we all do. Wacom 1 is 13. Wacom 113 is 300 euro, exactly. Bitdefender does wonders for me. $2 a month cheap, as has saved my PC a lot. Probably. Hello Nico, greetings from Brazil. Hello Brazil. Which academy are you teaching in? Could it be Arc Academy? Yes, it is Arc Academy. Why don't you use a display tablet? Because I'm not used to use a display tablet. Let's go to Akash Shahu. Everything is about getting used to something. I'm used to a normal tablet. not display tablet, cheap one. Display tablets are expensive, so you don't need it. I mean, okay, let's see this. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger, most likely, yes. It has some issues here and there, but other than that, yeah, this, I don't understand what's happening here. It's like some kind of a cut there is. The render could be better, but overall we see everything, so it's fine. Yeah, the anatomy needs more work, of course, and yeah, we see interesting things. Let's see this dog. Oh, this is a Doberman I created with ZBrush. It reminds me of some, I don't know, I've seen somewhere this dog made a little bit better, but it's not bad. I mean, it's fine. Let's see this guy. This probably is some kind of a style version of some kind of artist from India. He's the greatest of all time from India, which is great. Yeah, I guess it's looking nice. The arms are looking a little bit awkward. They can be, the hands themselves can be a little bit bigger, and the thumb looks like another finger, not exactly like thumb, here at least. So yeah, there are issues here and there, but this cow looks interesting. Yeah, the cow looks very nice. I work on grooming using XGen for Maya. I learned a lot. Yeah, so cool. Cool, but some things needs to be removed. For example, this fish looks awkward. There are some elaborate works and certainly fish. This guy also looks like he's just made for fun, for a little bit like a speed sculpt. So we have to be careful, and this thing is pretty dark, too much contrast, and this is some kind of a texture which looks awkward. So yeah, but this is old. This is 4 years old. You know, when you are a developing artist, when you are improving every month. You are better than the last month. And when you leave something in your portfolio for 4 years, usually it will be pretty much not representative of your current skill level. That's why you have to remove it. When for me, it's not a problem because I don't improve that much. And even 5 years ago or 6 years ago, I was pretty good. I mean, almost as good as now. Maybe now I'm a little bit faster, but that's it. So yeah, I don't remove those things from like 6-7 years ago. But for many people who are just developing their skills, those things from the back days, from the old days, they have to be removed. I like the skirt here. Looks cool. The face doesn't look quite nice. I mean, it's, yeah, with this huge eyes, and the nose is not too developed and everything. But overall, not bad. I mean, it's interesting because it's a whole character, and the clothes are pretty complex to do. But the backgrounds on most of those works, I'm not completely a fan of. You know, this background is good because it's not complete black. It's dark with a little bit of light. It's looking nice. This one, complete black. This one, complete black. I'm not a fan of. I'm not saying that it's bad or something. I'm saying I'm not a fan of those backgrounds. In some cases, they can work very, very good, but in many cases, not so much. Ooh, this is... Okay, this is the sword. Hand of Grinch. Okay, this Grinch hand looks very nice, but where is the rest of it? That's all, folks. This is from Space Jam, yeah. Space Jam with Michael Jordan. Many young people probably don't remember Michael Jordan because, you know, when he retired, some of you probably have never been born, hasn't been born, not never. But Michael Jordan was the GOAT back in the days. And he was in Space Jam, the movie, which is part animated, part not animated, you know. And here we see some small things, just I don't think this deserves to be in a portfolio. This also doesn't deserve to be here. And overall, just put the better works that you have in a portfolio, not everything that you have. Everything that you have is most things are not good for portfolio. For portfolio, good just couple of things. Like one, sometimes just one thing is good for portfolio. Maybe two, maybe three. This portfolio, when I'm thinking right now, it will benefit a lot from removing everything but this, you know? And immediately it will be much better portfolio. Now we have so many things. They are representing many different skill levels. For example, this one doesn't require too much of a skill. This one also is just the modeling stuff. This one is something, it's fine, but it's not something amazing. And we don't have too much characters also. But this one looks pretty cool, render wise, and the shaker with probably this is a picture, by the way. This is a photograph most likely. But anyway, it looks cool. So just leaving it there, just one thing, it's gonna benefit your portfolio instead of having many garbage stuff, you know. And I've been honest, I know. Are you using mouse for 3D design in Blender? I'm using mouse sometimes for 3D modeling, yes. If you were a recruiter for character artists, what would you like to see in a portfolio? I would like to see nice thumbnails to begin with. For example, in this portfolio, we see thumbnails which are showing us what's happening. This Batman though, you see how bright and colorful all those are? This Batman is just a dull thing and it doesn't fit here. So it needs to be more bright. It can be happening in Photoshop very easily. This thing, for example, if we print screen it and we open Photoshop, let's try it, just try it to increase the likeness of this particular, and the thumbnail itself we might want to increase, because the model and the textures and everything looks pretty cool. I would say very nice, but it can be better in terms of render. So let's see what we can do about it. Control N and new file, place this here and just have this. Okay, and now duplicate it, and just with the curves we can achieve a little bit better result, most likely. Yeah, it's more bright, and maybe we can go and add more color just to make it more likable like this. And now you will see, compared to the other one, how this compares. You see, immediately it's a little bit better, and in the thumbnail it will look a little bit better, everything. And don't be afraid to go to Photoshop with your renders. Of course, if you can make the render as best as possible before Photoshop, it's fine. But then go to Photoshop, touch the levels a little bit, touch the saturation a little bit. Sometimes too much saturation won't be fine, but in this case it works kind of fine. This thing, I would say remove it or just change the background. First, the background is too bright, we don't like it. Second, bright and colorful backgrounds are not what you want in your character. They will just upset the viewer. And also, this guy have yellow things in his clothes, and they just don't match. They match with the background, which usually is not what we want. So I don't completely like this one, and Batman, because of, I show you why. Other things, they look pretty nice, so they're fine. But again, this one, for example, the face, I don't completely like. The body is relatively fine, it's cool, but the face, I'm not a super fan of. Let's see it here, by the way. Yeah, it's not bad, I would say. It's not bad. It's fine. And the pose is cool. Overall, it's a pretty good job, I would say. And we have a time-lapse videos even. Yeah, very cool. So yeah, this artist have skill. I don't know if it's girl or a boy, we don't know, from Mexico, but not bad. Yeah, the folds are nice. They're a little bit too much, I mean too many in some areas, too thin and too many, but it doesn't look bad, it's fine. And the folds here, especially on the shoulder things, are very nice. The hair is very nice also. The pose is nice. So there are a lot of things that I like. What I don't like is, I don't know, this one I like pretty much a lot. Maybe the render can be a little bit more contrasty and better, but other than that, it's looking great. So yeah, this guy is good, or girl, I don't know. We don't know. Hi Nico, I'm Patch on ArtStation, maybe you could see my work. Maybe. Все ребята такива талантливи и молодци. Some people are good, yeah. Hola payas. Toros. ¿Cuántos españoles? Yeah, people are starting to speak Spanish, flamenco. Hello Nico, how do you recommend doing thumbnail for a full-scale vehicle model, since the cars are very big? You can either make a thumbnail just with a part of it. You can test different thumbnails. I'm always testing thumbnails when I'm doing something. I'm testing close up to the face or the whole thing. Usually the whole thing is a little bit boring. Face with some parts of the body, it's fine. For the car, probably a nice view of the headlight or something else that's good looking, that will look good, it's fine. Let's see here. Not bad. But as we can see, a lot of things can be better. The nose is not good. Here we don't have enough sharpness. But then we have the render and it looks better. You see this and you say, oh, this is not very good. But then you see the render and say, oh, not bad. Because render sometimes is making wonders for your character. This one, looking very nice. The hair is looking cool. Everything looks like it's drawn by hand, which is pretty nice. And yeah, this hair I like. And the face is kind of fun. This one doesn't look pretty nice, especially the hair looks a little bit too much like a sea creature. The hair actually looks like a sea creature that he has put on his head. Some kind of star. This one, not bad. The anatomy can be better, but it looks cool. The render is nice. Everything is visible. This metal part here is too dark, as we can see, and it doesn't look like metal. So maybe a little bit lighter HDR, it will be better for this part here. Of course, then the skin will start to look too bright probably, and a lot of issues can be, so it needs adjustment. This looks pretty cool. It's kinda cool looking, yeah. But it's a speed sculpt. Although, it's cool for portfolio. Let's see how many likes. 7 likes. Not too much, but it's fine. Yeah, this guy has skills, but of course, the skills can always be better. Your head course is amazing. In one day, I did learn a lot. Cheers from Brazil. Thank you. Love your work. Thanks for teaching us and sharing your skills. Thank you for watching me. Yes. As many people say, without you guys, I would be nobody. Many people say that. I mean, I probably will be somebody because I was working in the 3D industry long before I start making YouTube videos. But still, it's good to have people who admire you because it's good for the self-esteem. By the way, if your self-esteem is requiring people to admire you, then you have problems and you have to work on those problems. So I have to think if this kind of thing is valid for me. We have to be careful. Elman Hajiev. Elman Hajiev. Elman Hajiev sounds like a Bulgarian with Turkish heritage or something. We have a lot of Bulgarians who are Bulgarians. They live in Bulgaria. They know Bulgarian, but they also know Turkish because they are with Turkish heritage, maybe we can say. And Elman is a kind of a Turkish name, and Hajiev can be Russian but can be Bulgarian. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm just assuming something. Yesterday or the day before yesterday, we ate sushi, and one of the sushi things was broken. Not broken, it was curved, and I decided to straighten it up, and I straighten it up like this. So I have to think of a way to fix this, because my wife said that she would kill me because this was her favorite pair of sushi sticks. I will probably be able to stick it here in the middle. We'll see. I have to think about it. With glue, I have to glue it. This one, the Undead Collector, looks pretty cool. Ooh, creepy. Yeah. But overall, nice skull. Could be better, of course. Always could be better. For example, the orbits of the eye usually are not exactly circular. They're more like this, like, and here they look a little bit more circular than they have to be. But I'm just getting into it. It's fine. This has to be removed. Chaos Spawn. I don't approve it. It's when you see the renders from close, you see nice things, but overall, when I see the thumbnail, it looks awkward and doesn't look cool. Let's see this guy, Gaius. Okay, it's not bad, but it's not something super cool. The render also is not. The presentation is not exactly fine. This is some kind of props or modeling of stuff. I would say remove it, leave only characters, and this also, and the book probably, although the book looks pretty cool. But if you want to do characters for freelance, you have to leave characters in your portfolio mostly. That's my thing. And also black backgrounds, again, I'm a little bit like, when I see black backgrounds, I'm like, eh. But it depends, I say it depends. Sometimes they can work, sometimes they don't. Nico has the skills to pay the bills. Up to a point, yeah. Sometimes the bills get very big and it's difficult. Is there a video you have about how deep to make the eye sockets? In my video about how big to make the eyeballs, probably you can see about the eye sockets also. But the eye sockets needs to be as big as just to be able to see the eyeball. They shouldn't be that deep. You don't need to make them super deep. Watch a Deadpool video yesterday. Is your Mercedes still alive? Yes, by the way, it's alive. And I'm driving it sometimes. And I'm happy. I mean, Mercedes is a stupid car to buy. Why? It's not practical. It's very nice to drive, yes. But it's very difficult and very expensive to maintain. Also, old Mercedeses, they tend to break very much. So new Mercedeses, they also break a lot. They are not very sturdy cars. I would say something like Toyota or Kia would be a much better choice. Maybe not so comfortable, but not super bad. Maybe not as fancy, but Mercedes is not exactly the car that you want. Except if you have a lot of money to put in the car, you know. It's expensive to maintain. My ancestry is from Delirman, Bulgaria. I'm from there also, from the Delirman. I'm from Shumen, which is in the Delirman area. Deli Orman. I mean, this means crazy forest, I think, Delirman in Turkish. What do you think about what's going on in Palestine? I try to not speak about Palestine that much. I can speak about Ukraine and Russia. First, because Russians and Ukrainians and their languages are much closer to my language and to me as people, and I understand them much better, and I know much more about the politics in this region. For the Palestine and Israel, I don't know too much. Although I was working back in the days in a hotel it was 20 years ago, almost probably. Yeah, 20 years, no. Yeah, 20 years ago. It was 2004, 2005, something like this. I was working in the hotel here in Bulgaria, in the seaside, and it was only for Jewish people. Jewish people were coming from Israel, and they were going into this hotel to gamble. There was a casino there, and I was working actually in the entrance of the casino. I was making them the cards for the casino, to enter the casino. Yeah, good times, interesting times, you know. And so I met a lot of Jewish guys and girls back then. Yeah, Jewish people, we may say, even. Great work, awesome, thank you. Is that old Elon Musk? Probably. Yeah, that sticks is like my anatomy broken. Yeah, broken. Hi sir, I want to know how you make the sculpted character into animatable. I know the general process, but I want to know how you're going to approach towards it. Yeah, I show it in my course, in my other channel, in the playlist, you can see it. Mercedes comfortable driving experience. Yes, and expensive also. I guess that's why I like you so much. You feel like family. Sometimes yes. Because we are from the same place. Yeah. Crazy forest, yeah. But if you support Putin, Nico, I don't love you. Yeah, but you know, if I support Putin, some people will hate me. If I don't support Putin, some people will hate me too. But actually, I don't support Putin. I definitely don't support Putin. You know, I don't hate Russians, but I actually don't like Putin at all. Russians, I don't have anything against them at all. I even want to visit Russia, and against Russia, I don't have anything. I want to visit Russia. I really want to visit Russia. I really want to go to Moscow, to St. Petersburg, to Leningrad, probably. A lot of things I want to visit and to see there. And also, since I know the language kind of, it will be easy for me. And to practice the language there, it will be nice. And to see the Russian metro and everything in Moscow, it will be interesting. But I don't like Putin. That's it. He's not my type of guy, you know. Hi sir, I want to know how to make the sculpture. We say that, I guess, yeah. Everyone work to Jewish people. Yes, sometimes, yeah. Nico, are you working in any company right now? No, I don't work in any company. I'm just freelancing. Sometimes, but mostly living from my courses. You are good in speed sculpting as well, sir. Actually, it's not called speed sculpting anymore. It's called Nico sculpting. So you have to see what I'm going there, you know. Nico, Leningrad is the old name of St. Petersburg. Okay, so I want to see both Leningrad and St. Petersburg. I will be able to see them at the same time because it's the same city, right? Yeah. Hard to go in the Leningrad. That's cool, yeah. Okay, let's go to Mucha Lucha character. This character is not bad, but yeah, it's a little bit, I don't know, but the hands look amazing, although the fingers and the hands, they look so nice here in this. You see, very stylized, very nice looking, I would say. Very nice. The shoulders, I would say they can be better. And judging by the whole things, we have seen this portfolio, I think, already. A little bit more anatomy, yeah. This guy knows some anatomy. He can do some stuff, but a little bit more probably would be better. But it's always better. Even for me, it would be better to learn more anatomy, definitely. Paulo Costa, let's see. Paulo Costa from the MMA, this is the guy. He's also working in 3D in his spare time. When he's not training, when he's not kicking the asses of people in the ring, he's doing this. I like this capybara. Capybara. Interesting presentation though, I mean, yeah, it's cool. Not super likable because the first image that we see is this black and white stuff and it's not that presentable, it's not that impressive. You know, you want to impress people with your first image and the thumbnail. When you impress them with the first image and the thumbnail, like here for example, this dragon is looking great, the sculpting on the head is looking great, we have some like this scales here and it's looking nice. We have the low poly also looking cool. So overall, we have skills. We cannot see the anatomy skills though. So for a character artist, it's nice to have a couple of anatomy works. So works that show good anatomy skills. Otherwise, yeah, good like stylized stuff, nice dragon, but I would remove half of those things. For example, this hand paint black. What is this? Smart materials for base. I don't understand this, and most people will not understand it when they see it. So probably removing it will be the easiest way to explain. And this thing, pretty simple, doesn't have place here. Maybe an old work, you're proud of it because it's one of your first things. That's exactly what you don't want in your portfolio, because this is not your skill right now. This is your skill right now, probably, as the dragon. The dragon is looking good. There are some simple things like this, which I will not actually put in my portfolio because they are not worthy of the portfolio. You want to put only the best things in your portfolio. So remove, or just, remove most of the things, and the portfolio will shine better. Let's see here. What I like here from the thumbnails pages, I like this one, I think, the most in the first glance. It has a little bit, it's a little bit too dark. So if we print screen it and put it in Photoshop, I close the Photoshop. Wow, am I stupid? I shouldn't. Здравствуйте, товарищи. Дорогие товарищи and растоварищи. Born to sculpt characters, forced to make political comments. We truly live in a society. I'm not forced to make political comments. If I don't want to make political comments, nobody can force me. I just sometimes want to say my opinion in the subject. It's not that I'm forcing it to anybody. You can be whatever you want and feel whatever you want or however you want on the political subject. For me, I feel this way, and I have a place to say it in my YouTube channel. Sometimes I say it, most of the time I try to not say it, because as you said, it's not exactly good idea. We are here for the sculpting, we are here for the nice things, not for political things. I cannot actually make my window a little... Okay, I will double click it, it's fine. Now, Ctrl J to duplicate. Let's try to make it a little bit brighter. Yeah, but in this case, it's a problem. When you make it brighter, what happens is it burns here. It starts to burn, which means it starts to get to complete white and it starts to lose the shapes. So it's not exactly the best choice. Maybe we can up the dark places, but again, the dark places, if we up them up too much, they will start to get muddy. Like this, it's getting muddy, it's not contrasting. So there are a lot of issues. We have to be very careful, and maybe a little bit more. No, this one is difficult to fix this way because it has a lot of contrast. And yeah, let's try with levels, for example. Maybe, yeah, a little bit brighter with these levels here. This one, this is what we don't want. This is also what we don't want, but this can help us. Maybe if we go overlay, no, screen, color dodge, we can try certain things, and at some point, some of them like hard light, and then opacity down a little bit. I'm not saying it's better, it's a little bit brighter. Sometimes brighter is better. In this case, it's not exactly completely sure. Because it burns in some areas, like the face here, it starts to get too bright. So, yeah, sometimes we just have to try to render them better and be going with it. Other than that, it's looking relatively fine. The pose is a little bit boring because it's like boring, but it's fine. Black backgrounds. As you can see, when we have black backgrounds and we have some dark shadows here and there, we have issues. This guy looks interesting. He's trying to remove some gum from his face. So he was making bubbles with the bubble gum, but it was too big and it just claps into his face, and now he's trying to remove it, the gum. No, it's probably some kind of wrap, but it doesn't matter. Oh, those are too big. I want to see the whole character like this. Okay, good. Okay, not bad, not bad, but sometimes a little bit too much contrast can ruin your work. Not ruin it, but make it a little bit not so nice. This is Zachary Punk from Singapore. Very nice. Good works. Zachary. Your head is very beautiful, Nico. Nose and eyes weird, but rest is okay. Thank you very much. And the eyebrow also weird, but rest is okay, right? Yeah, I know. The skull shape is cool. And we like Putin, and I don't like Radev. And that's okay. We are waiting for you to visit Leningrad. Good. We like Putin. So you like Putin? Okay, it's fine. Because he's your president, you know. Yeah. He's your dictator. A president. He's your dictator. A president. President. Why am I saying dictator? What's happening here? But yeah, very cool. And Radev, our president, Bulgaria is so small country compared to Russia. Most of Russians, I'm pretty sure they haven't heard of our president at all. Since he is a president for second term, so only like for 6 or 7 years. Putin is for 24 years, if I'm not mistaken. Lukashenko is for 30 years, around that. So yeah, big time for president, dictator, president. Okay, what we see here? Guns, roses, no? Oh, it's a camera. Good. Fabrics. And some environment. And another environment. Oh, cool. This would be a cool working place, by the way. Sleep here, play here, or work here. Interesting. But I don't have anything to say here because it's mostly environment and we are not exactly in the environment stuff that much. What do you think of the gaming industry in Bulgaria? I'm following it on a surface level and I'm curious if you have any insights about new studios coming up. I'm interested in going back to work. I don't think new studios now is the time to go back up. Maybe in a couple of years. Now, for the overall gaming industry in the world, and not only the gaming industry, but the IT industry, there are not a very good times for the industry. That's why probably new game studios will not be that much available, but we have a lot of old game studios like Ubisoft, we have Creative Assembly, which is Sega, we have Black Sea Studios and others. We have a lot of we have a lot of studios in Bulgaria actually. But especially in the big ones, nowadays they are searching only for senior character artists, and you have to be at least as good as me in order to take you in this kind of job. Smaller studios I'm not familiar with that much. This robot looks cool and wow. This is a pretty good animation. What have I done? I've killed some poor little fly. But at least I did it, so it's fine. You know how we kill flies? Like Nazis. We are killing them without any remorse. I don't feel any remorse by killing this fly right now. Like the people in the movie, they're killing Nazis like flies. Like it's something like this Nazi here. But they're people. It's strange. It's interesting. But you know, sometimes it's killed to be or be killed. So yeah. So this is Steven Chin from United States, Sioux City, and he has this as a character. He probably is animator also. He is a CG artist and game programmer. He's a programmer and he's making characters. Very nice. Probably, you know, I know some people who are learning for programmers. They study programming in university, but their passion is to make art, to make characters. Not only 3D characters, 2D characters also. To draw, mostly. But to make art, you know, so, yeah. Sometimes you can learn something and then just to turn in your passion and do it. This is Marmoset toolback. Let's see, Marmoset player. Nobody likes Putler. What are you talking about? No, I'm sure many people are liking him. In Russia especially. Outside of Russia, I don't know, but in Russia, I'm sure that many people. Blender is the only political party I support. Good for you, that's cool. I only remember Boyko. Boyko is our prime minister, was our prime minister for 10 years or something. Black Sea Studios make my favorite strategy games, Knights of Honor. Yeah, and back in the days, Tsar was making from... it was Black Sea Studios or Hemimont. Hemimont made Tsar. Hemimont Games still exists, I think. And they make Tsar, the Burden of the Crown. One of the... maybe up to this point, maybe one of the best Bulgarian games ever. It was very successful back in the days. And it's something like Age of Empires, strategy game, but has some different and interesting mechanics of gathering experience for troops and making some heroes. Some of your units can be super bumped and buffed up, and they can kill others just with one strike. It's ridiculous. It's very nice, by the way. It's very cool. You fly killer on cam. Yeah. Let's see. Artstation. Ooh. We have interesting poses here. Nice hands on a first glance. Awkward face here. Yeah, you know, Uncanny Valley is here. You know, it's difficult to make a pose of the face. I mean, face expression, of course. That's what I mean. Face expression. It's not very easy to achieve. And it's visible here that it's not. We can see how many people are watching this right now. 187 people are watching this mess which we are doing here, which is Artstation reviews. But this is a good, well-made character. You see, the jeans are very cool. The jacket is nice. The pose is relatively nice, although it's a little bit wooden. It's like, it can be more something, but it's difficult when it's for a figure. Yes, but the face is a little bit... Let's see this. Yeah, he doesn't have a nose, which is great, because the character doesn't have a nose. I like the clothes, kind of. They're not bad. And the arms, the hands, are also cool. The render itself is bad, though. The character is not bad. The render is not good enough. We need better renders here, guys. Better renders we need. Yeah, let's see. Ibrahim Duran from Turkey, obviously, since we see the Turkish flag in here. And they're attacking something. Okay. This is a 2D artwork. 2D, 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 and then 3D. So you have to decide what you want. Those artworks are your artworks. They're fine. But they are not on an amazing level, we may say. Yeah, when you put a certain flag in some place, many people will like it just because of the flag. It's fine. But imagine this. When a character, when somebody who is looking for freelancers came to your portfolio, what they will see? They will see some characters. They will see this one, which is looking pretty good, actually. I like the hands and the face is looking good. So we see this character, which has only one image, by the way, and doesn't have shadow on the floor, flows. But then we see this character, which is awkward, and the pose is not good, and the legs are bad, and they are not very nice. We see this something, which in the thumbnail we cannot actually know what it is. It's some kind of a very dark room. And we see those old like drawings, almost like child drawings and stuff. So we are confused. What's happening here? Is this your skill now? Or is this your skill now? Or is this your skill now? We cannot know. So, my opinion, leave just this, but put a shadow on the floor and couple more images. scroll to see more. There is no more. I'm scrolling, but there is not more. And that's it. This house, this thing, all those things has to be removed. Just leave this. This also is not as good. It has some shadow on the floor, but he has stepped on his... He's stepping on his heels, and his feet are mostly in the air, which is strange. He's like falling backwards, like a statue falling backward. And also he has issues on the anatomy and also on the render. It's too flat. Here we cannot see his chest. There is no shadow. There is no ambient occlusion. It's very flat render. So those things has to be addressed, I would say. I may be a little bit too much, but sometimes, yeah. Are streams gonna be saved here? Unfortunately, yes. All the streams stay in the channel. Brother, did you pay simulator games like Aero Truck Simulator? No. Clothing is saucy. Yes, sometimes clothing is good, but other things are not exactly that good, like renders. But mostly when people are making good clothes, they're making good renders too. Now we can see here some speed sculpts, we may say, which, as I say, don't belong in your portfolio. When you put everything that you make in the portfolio, it ends up like this. Like a lot of things, and we cannot exactly know what is the skill of this guy right now. Probably this is the skill that he has right now. So you better have 5 things, or 3 things, or even 2 things, but they will represent your current skill level, what you are right now. Not just sketches like this. Sketches like this are not useful for almost anything, except for probably sketch artists. No, but this, what they make before the movies, they make the storyboard. So storyboard artists, yeah, they can make sketches and stuff like this. But other than that, we have a lot of 2D artworks, not too many 3D artworks. We have some 3D, but they're mostly speed sculpts. At least that's what they look like. So it's a little bit chaotic here. We have to remove everything but like 2 or 3 things which are looking best, and this portfolio will shine much better. You know, many people are thinking that quantity and quality are similar things, but they are actually not. You see, a couple of things in this portfolio, they are not that bad. Let's see this thing. I don't approve this. This is looking like nothing, and it brings nothing to your portfolio, I would say. Yeah, it's insectoid creature and whatever, but yeah, it will sound harsh, but keep it in your hard drive. The render is not bad, the materials are cool, but overall it doesn't look like anything, and it doesn't bring quality to your portfolio. This one though brings quality, but it requires rim light. One rim light from this side here where the shadow is, to kind of see better the silhouette, will bring this much more to life than it is right now. This turntable is pretty cool. We can see the ear now. Here, we can see the ear here too, but with this is boring shot as a first. As you can see here on the thumbnail, 3/4 view is always more interesting, and especially if this 3/4 view was 3/4 view, and then the head, only the head, is turned a little bit towards us, and the eyes are turned even more towards us. Then it will be more engaging. The overall stuff will be more engaging. Here, it's boring, and we don't have rim light. Some of the shapes of the body are losing them in the background because background is black, which also is not the best. So we have to be careful with the backgrounds. Martina from Poland. Okay, Martina is doing good job. This one needs to be removed. It's not good enough. Let's see this. This one can stay, but needs better render, probably with a little bit more rim light. Rim light is very nice to have always. And I like how we have something on the floor. It's not exactly shadow. It's a little bit of a reflection, but it's looking cool. This is like he's frozen, which is fine, but I don't think it's good for here. What I would show as a second image probably is this, to show that it's retopologized and it can be in game. And the high poly probably somewhere. I don't see the high poly that much. Probably this is the high poly. Yeah, this is the high poly. So you see, those folds here are not very nice. But it's, yeah, they can work. Those folds here though, they're very bad on this cloth here. So those little things can ruin your work, you know. Little things, but important things. So yeah, those metal plates on the shoes, usually they need straps. And it will be interesting to have straps here, because these shoes, they look a little bit, you know. But yeah, there are a lot of things that we can say. Overall, I would leave this, the forest creature. This one looks pretty cool. Yeah. Although it's environment, but it looks nice. It has trees and houses and everything. This one, no. It doesn't look nice, and the render and the overall sculpting is not cool. And this insectoid creature, I would definitely think about removing it. And leave only the forest creature and the knight. And make better things in the future. I mean, every next work that you make has to be better than the previous ones. Otherwise, you are not improving. And when you don't improve, not only that you will not get job offers and everything, but you will not feel good either. So improving is also making you feel nice. Heniko, do you have a part of the VFX process that you think I'm never going to do this? For me, it's rigging and rotoscoping. Rigging, I will never say never, because rigging is fine for me. I don't do it because I don't need to. And rigging and animation are something that I would do, but I just don't want to right now. Other than that, I like it. This looks fine, by the way. And the anatomy is really not bad at all. It's pretty cool. Overall, shape of the body, very cool. This one. This, I don't know. All the other artworks, except for this dog, even on the thumbnails, are looking a little bit awkward, a little bit strange, not as good render as it should be, except for the crocodile. Let's see the crocodile. Yeah, the crocodile looks cool. Yeah. Yeah, the crocodile is nice. This is from a course. But I don't know if the course was about the crocodile or this is just Guilherme's thing for the course, model for the course. But what is this? These are some fingers, right? But when you see the thumbnail, from the first glance, you cannot see that those are fingers like this, you know? You cannot see that. They are, but you have to think about what is this, what's happening there. Otherwise, it looks like some kind of part of some kind of insect, which is bad. This is some kind of a book with teeth, but from the thumbnail, we cannot see exactly what's happening. This looks like some kind of cartoon character, which is not very impressive. This is some kind of a dog character with very basic clothes, not impressive. This looks like a speed sculpt, not impressive at all. This looks like a speed sculpt, not impressive. This looks a little bit interesting, but again, there is no full body, although the head modeling is not bad. This is pretty cool, and this shows a lot of skill, I would say, because it's pretty nice. This guy is an artist, obviously, but we need more things to show better. Definitely, those 3 artworks has to be removed immediately, and maybe even this one. But the 3 definitely remove, and remove the folders. You know, you see, cartoon, organic, and all. Why do you need those folders? You have 5 works. You don't need folders. If you have like 50 works, maybe different type of works, yes. But now this, no, thank you. Don't do this. We don't like it. Then are you going faster 30 minutes in Blender? Yeah, because I did this for 30 minutes. It's not something ridiculously good. And with this, in this note, we will finish the reviews and everything. I will go here and add mark and read so we know where we are. And we are almost at the end of January. Those reviews, those ArtStation portfolios was posted in the end of January almost. So we have a lot of months to cover. And I will try these days to do more streams. So we'll see. Come on guys, like the stream if you like it. If you don't like it, it's fine, because sometimes people don't like me. Why? Because of this one eyebrow. It's just awkward. Although there is this guy, the electrician guy, Boom, Electric Boom or whatever it's called, and his eyebrow is the same. He's my brother from another mother and father, but doesn't matter. So yeah, maybe this is likable these days. He made it famous, the one eyebrow, the uni eyebrow, and now I have it, the uni eyebrow. Dude, I just started Blender and you're scaring me. I'm sorry, I don't want to scare you. I just want to help you, and I just want to show you what's possible if you put the time and effort. Okay? Good.